Soap fans are a special kind of sleuth. Give them a handful of cryptic lines, a few behind-the-scenes rumors, and a dramatic promo, and they'll turn the internet into a full-scale investigation board, complete with red strings and bold predictions. Lately, one theory has gained alarming traction, that Kelly Thiebaud's beloved character, Dr. Britt Westbourne, might be headed for tragedy. A death, an exit, a heartbreak worthy of Port Charles folklore. It's a theory fans don't want to believe. Britt is too vibrant, too mischievous, too layered, but one they can't ignore. And the more viewers rewatch recent episodes, dissect character arcs, and analyze the emotional temperature of Britt's scenes, the more the speculation intensifies. So why are fans so certain that Britt might be on her way out? The answer, like most things in daytime drama, is a blend of storytelling mechanics, character history, and some eyebrow-raising breadcrumbs. 1. The redemption arc peak problem. Soap operas love to push characters to the brink of redemption before pulling the rug out from under them. Britt Westbourne began her GH career as the quintessential troublemaker, the Britt of the hospital, scheming her way into relationships, bending ethics, and feuding with half of Port Charles. But something happened over the years. She evolved. Fans grew attached. She became layered, vulnerable, funny, and deeply human. Britt grew into a heroine with baggage, a character who still carried sharp edges but used them for good. And now, she's at a narrative high point. She's made peace with people who once despised her, reconnected with loved ones, and shown profound growth. In soap terms, this is often the moment writers deliver a gut punch. A redeemed villain turning into a fully loved protagonist can sometimes signal one dreaded possibility, a beautiful but tragic exit. Britt's current arc, filled with emotional reflection and unfinished bucket list energy, reads like the quiet before the storm. 2. Britt's medical condition, storyline or foreshadowing. Britt's Huntington's disease storyline has never been casual background noise. It's been a ticking clock. Her diagnosis adds not only internal conflict, but also a story engine capable of steering her toward tragedy. Fans have noticed the subtle reminders, an offhand mention here, a vulnerable moment there. The condition could flare unexpectedly. A crisis could hit. She could make a heroic choice knowing her time is limited. Even if the showrunners never intended to use the diagnosis as a fatal plot driver, viewers can't help interpreting every symptom or somber beat as possible foreshadowing. In a world where medical dramas frequently turn health conditions into narrative pivots, fans worry Britt's could be used as a heartbreaking conclusion. 3. The emotional goodbyes that do look like goodbyes, but might be. Port Charles thrives on emotional beats, but long-time viewers are experts at recognizing when a character gets a little too introspective. Britt has been having moments that feel like closing loops, reconciling with friends, bonding meaningfully with her mother, even revealing deeper fears in unguarded conversations. These scenes feel warm, genuine, and cathartic, almost too cathartic. Soap fans know that when a character starts tying emotional threads into neat little bows, it's often because writers are preparing the audience for a major shift. Even if Britt isn't walking into danger tomorrow, viewers sense a narrative pattern that points toward a dramatic fork in the road. 4. The return of dangerous storylines in Port Charles. Whenever villains resurface, mob wars reignite, or dangerous plots creep back into view, fans start scanning the roster for which characters could become collateral damage. Britt has always been a character who walks a thin line between safety and danger, connected to the hospital, tied to complicated family histories, and emotionally linked to major players who attract trouble. When chaos brews in Port Charles, the writers often choose characters who have emotional weight, but are not untouchably central to maximize impact. Britt fits that heartbreaking sweet spot, a fan favorite who would be deeply mourned, yet whose death wouldn't break the structural spine of the show. That makes her a prime candidate in the eyes of worried fans. 5. Kelly Thiebaud's real-life career momentum. Another reason fans speculate about Britt's fate has less to do with the storyline and more to do with Kelly Thiebaud herself. She has talent, charisma, and a career that reaches beyond Port Charles. She has left General Hospital before and returned later. When actors show versatility and external projects surface, viewers start to brace themselves for possible exits, temporary or permanent. While there's no confirmation that Thiebaud plans to depart, fans often interpret anything from social media vibes to scheduling patterns as hints. Soap watchers are famously good at reading between lines, even if the lines were never meant to be clues. This creates a feedback loop. Fans worry she might leave, so every plot development feels like proof. 6. Britt is too big a heart not to break. From a purely narrative perspective, Britt Westbourne is the kind of character whose death would be seismic. She connects diverse storylines, medical, romantic, familial, and her relationships are deeply emotional. She is complex, adored, and flawed in the best way. If a writer wanted a storyline that would send Port Charles into shockwaves of grief, Britt would, tragically, be a perfect choice. Her passing would devastate her mother, Liesl Albrecht, anchor months of emotional fallout, generate hospital-centric drama, leave fans shattered. In soap operas, impact is currency. Britt's loss would carry immense narrative weight. 7. Fans are hypertuned because they care. Sometimes the strongest reason fans believe a character might die isn't the show at all. It's the depth of their own attachment. Viewers worry because Britt means something to them. They've watched her grow from a prickly instigator into a woman with heart, humor, and vulnerability. When fans sense a character is reaching emotional maturity or narrative completeness, they instinctively brace for loss. Soap logic has trained them. They worry because they love her. Final thoughts: fear does equal fate. All of these theories, while emotionally compelling, remain speculation. General Hospital has surprised viewers countless times, killing characters off only to bring them back, writing exits that become returns, and subverting fan expectations as much as confirming them. Britt could leave. She could die. She could also rise, rebuild, and remain a force in Port Charles for years. But the intensity of the fan theories speaks to Britt's impact. Kelly Thiebaud created a character vibrant enough to spark real fear at the thought of losing her. And in the world of soap operas, that's a testament to both the actress and the writing. Whatever fate awaits Britt Westbourne, one thing is certain: fans will be watching, hopping, and holding their breath until the final frame.